dona kridne da shnale nge asati da has kan hol ye loma on adashi ya ho بالخيط جاي كله أدوك أدين غيدا وينزلو بالتيلس إن الألشنا نشناتي أدي بك أو كوا النشوا أكو دي كوا دا KTNN forum واليهجي radio forum كوا نخاهو ناكي هيل كيج شك إيش دنا أداويس دا إيش نص كدون خاهن كله شان غيدا تخا ناخدون أشني دا زايدا خولجش إيتا نغي فارمن تنشيتا هو إن غيتا تخط خطون وشو كولورادو بيجون لي وحتى آدي توي تشو آدي جن نحننا باتا هويل ندوليل أكو كدو يا تهل نأجي panelists بدأنني خلون كوك دلت أكون هاز تخايشين كدو ودينا نهجين دي تهدول زيل Ako did kudo radio forum igi University of Arizona na gay Tucson de aja ultra ntsagwi lole ajen dal nishin lenin nik ein hitna aja da shinalen law Dr. Carletta Chief Lounge saison ade na age ado based on leni de kwide shin beta sodigi sa yadi Agnes Nelm Hori Ulia Foundation أسلاو إيدينا الكان لني دون كنلش هالنبي دوب النبت نهان ناجي إيديل إيشك إيش الناكو إنزاب أكيد دون ليه نغينا كيل كده Gold King Mine Spill هننا نغيت كولورادو بيجي كونتا دبنت ساخا هوت بيجي أولا خاكير با أول تند تندت إسكالب بكيدو تكون لنيدا تشوشين بيادا أو أديج الناي لاكو أديتا هدول زي introduction واليه كدو بابلتا هويدي الآل كدو تنلت أو اللانج يجي شنالة دوليل Dr. Carletta Chief شنالة
ياد شك دوشتنا أنا صاق ياد كدينين التاده ديسين شيء تورجيني شلا تواهنا بششين لازلنا داشتشي دو يا إيدنا ترجيني إيداشناله أكود أستانش لدو منشله ليه زلجين بغاده يسي ناشا قديا هوز داد دوشة دا آجگو هو دادا ألتخات بزيلگي آده ناشنش توهله اندازنگي ناشكا دو نوسله نانشتكن أكو ياد يدينين أكيه.
Good evening. My name is Paloma Beamer. Paloma is the Spanish word for dove. I'm Nake, born for Belagana, and I'm an associate professor at the University of Arizona in public health.
Yate, May Jolene Bigay, what I ya shiji. Is she hin slido twitch in Ibashin, Hanaga, in Dashnaldo, Hashkahatso, Hodashiche, Tigit back at a Shike, Ado. Amado, Amasanan, Anal, what I Saninschle.
Yate. My name is Gaurav Jha, and I'm a graduate research assistant at New Mexico State University. I'm from India, and my doctoral dissertation is basically focused on long-term monitoring of the contaminations in agricultural system after the Gold King mine spill. And I'm working with Dr. April Ullery, who is a soil chemist in New Mexico State University in Las Cruces, and Dr. Kevin Lombard, who is a superintendent at New Mexico State University Agricultural Science Center in Farmington.
Yeah, la adet hilchda haso ani dishi panelists dan lo kodon hilta halna dole betkhana hot dol shudin na qad ayyam khat ay dasha khanna elneho khat ila ela khalit eti pa hanla background any background information e kodon hilchin adole ashi di the nebazad obal kana bazad o ya betkhasnelo kodon hilhashna dole shik ish dana خادات إيشي أيون دان أدنجب باهجل ناود أبل كانا بزار قد إيا أكو إيهوت background information بين هل خدشنا أدو إيش خدون دا إيا إيد ناس خول جشتولي نغيت تويت شوئتا إيتا أو يونتاش نشل أوتا إنها إيدو بتخاول جشتها طولنا أدونا Navajo Nation EPA دا إتا ولتخاو أدونا خول جشو next step واليهجيتو أدو conclusion أكوت آشين لي ناكي هيل كدو هيل تحويل ندو أكون دشك إيشدنا أريد إيسا نولت آجي نايدتش كيلتا نوسنكو جوك أدي ديشتين دات آلتخوت أسان نيلتخوت دي دا بيش بهنا دا cell phone بيش بهنا نات أهكي جو إي دا صادق إنها جاكي تاكسين واليهجي إي آدي tax question نيجي بدا يوثنيتو للكدو phone number دين بين كتغش نشو 928-871-4487 4487 ساقاهو تزاند آدي بيش بهنا أجيد نايدي ديش كيلتا نوسنغو إيت نيجي تاكس داخل إيدو ليل أصادي قوي يونان لا يونزاخ خطاهتن زيهكو تاكس اللي إيت كوجت نجنو نلاها بكات نهنتيو آدو إيت سيهو ديني التخاو إيت آدو إيت بين دايدو كدي كدو نيجي بيت آخا داهيت زيتو ليل كت إيدا دي لينشك إيشك دنا قدلا كدو دا باكغراونيك أتلا جنش نغين ناكتخاتنا خدو با هولزشة دا نغيت دا شئيلني دو بلاكو هولزشة August 5th 2015 قد يولكالكو إيتا شئي كوت إيد نليت ندو جهن أنيد نغيت تخوتو نغشت ديكو فارمنتن أدون نغششا إيد Aztec دا هول يدون ليت رينغو أدون ناس نلي وشو أبكو نزاقوت دا زكسان نيزات نينسستخا آدت كين ليت أهنانج جا سيلفرتون كولورادو هوليا بكو خويا هولي يلان آدشين الكتا دي بلقانا تجليني آدت نغي كولورادو جي يهاتزيس كيغو أولا وليهاكي نليت زلتانا آغون ليت زلتخاكو إيشين بكتا هاجن تخاب بن ينان دا جن نهاو نا جن دي آدت أو يوبهو نا جن نغي the late 1800 آدو 1900 يعني دا صدا كوانا هالجيشو نخينهم نهزازن غي خويل تدين نهاس كدوش تين نا دين تخطين دا زنا خيغو إيتا خشنا آدشين أولا واليش نيدو زيت آو بلقانا خطان كو صدا شيد أو يو آن هزنا آدو ستا إيكيدو نلو يا دا gold mine tunnels mine dan lenin tleta hastsang shin tsedat o yujin le nezat na kid nezat tin do pa tleta hastsang o te yi lalajin a khoshin o yo wala chi ba gana lo tleta hastsang tleta nes eot adeshin e shin tsaigil khata yi ye ado e ya hatin tte hashin a ola ul yagi de kuishina khashin lana khe Ado khadashin astin doshin ebikit este. Adoshin o tahaz nashan re atahas kidadat oda bakatan nal kidata. Belagana late o bataga dat soda deil nishut hot out ota nil inle. Eshit an ni da hot in. Ako edi o lagi ilthotat ziz gedoshin. Adoshin o sin leji tate de zit. Isashin o yugo o hot eko. Adoshin da einle nahastan bi yoya da hastana jo e nahastan ge sel at ilo ekot al kitant I khashin za guya eshin dit set azat al at o da bizje to al at dash au eshin dat eko akon le bi yoya e bi hot za adoshin dit thogi e jo zil trati it tralt at troshin abbe ade صدا الصوخات البين نلاقي صدا الصوخات البين دوشين أكوشين دي تخوهايجي تا بتزيل سلنيشا دي تخود الشخوشة جيغا أتطوهاتو بتزيل خاتسكي ايجي أشين تازلينو آدشين دا ايدي دا واشنطن United States Government EPA دا جلنشي Environmental Protection Agent Asian bata hajlian betrantaj de kha dit khatan lwashta leshin altsiso da zaanda jilon ade nchigi aben za khata itchlon da betandaj di au Asian la nache akot an letse betin da nach nasta tin da nach holsho jo ita nge August 5th 2015 da shi akot au EPA da jilni agent da jilni adat khasht anada hajle shin lezen da zidne la up accidentally judane ado ba da hajl chin la leji la da zida ade shin tron leni khishin yisil at a besh betrot an leni shin ade khaten losh shin ade khatsiski en da en leg trot alch idon los Seamat Creek will ya aje be hinna. Adon nas na nage Animus River. Adon nas in le San Juan River. Adon da eustan red Farmington bigahan don le nikikaya kun Upper Fruitland. Ado aje nikida nake da hat inin red ni natnazado kadi ada hat holjet Shiprock. Adon le nas le Aneth Utah le watch le page shit isn't skiko. Ako thui chon egi hat ishi ba hat da belta altrako. Adage isn't ski jo kwagit nal khahul yegi shi the quidashil ada inneho da ska EPA New Mexico State do Colorado do Arizona jo di da kaya da so ada ikita days Ado Washington, they do United States EPA. Adon da aje trot de nel on troti di bespahat elbahat di shin dat o yulagen jo I da de nel in ako si lahne lage led shin best odid obedi ni dot bije ba ilia ado arsenic wal ya best bahagi yisbat khullo khatno shin trajodenol in tontol khatno khut abalakana Washington pata initiate state yendal na shahol jijko en khatahan na kodoshik ishitna adon da peso pandan tehigi the quideshi peso khatahanes de nagait shortly after the spill, all became the University of Arizona, the super fun program. Well, yeah, based on that, although the quid she Kodoshan Nalet, Dr. Kalada Chief A. Yego bet il in Yen Kidia. The quid she Yikita University of Arizona, Arizona State University, Northern Arizona University, Fort Lewis College. And then New Mexico State Kodat el ado an hinit nikid nada al traido de na college aj il chin do ba al trad an leni si khajon dat il kat an hi adon rede Washington do khadat adon khan al khata no ako de khishin at kha na khedon go hol jit din al khan leni ate leko o huge ata illa the kujishin da skako koto o large hot arch an adole adon da ya koto an Navajo Nation do ta inishi do the kuide shin heje kon hot khahot the nation dal nashit Navajo Community Health Representative na Shiprock Agency do Crown Point eta al ka heje hot na nashita yilla Khat ila bahat sechin khat ila khalit atol ni loko akut out nikit na payat etole la no jo adon da ita khotsa da nat ani da baltahon na don reit khat na zimpla has ado zaga hotsan don hinant ada ako ado kaya ya ta halyani do keda tatlagi at abet tayinio ado nan socialni ko ako en khatahan na dolil akut deep background information ye large an adolil khat ila khat not ojit anago git ela khat yan re sadat o khot zaye ta o khones ha da lede thot trohat trodo ya at egi tro bihin na doste nastes na do lo khanna tatis ato immediate roles during the spill yindash nashi khela khitatis chde da large aj chak khela ninit augi ekodota betraholsho nikhita hal na dolil adon da ade naide deshkita no sini tax da indolil ado khodi na ho akon ekodo ni chkhata haitsi to call the phone number nana show 928-871-4487 naide deshkita na son hich tax da indolil shikeshit ne qadla khodone ne khatoljish shinalla ba hatoljish large Dr. Carletta Chief Kut Ela.
Oh, yeah. Shanala ya nanat ako ita di trosletso topa isli da Shane le hosto hoyaje de hotata ultra bedziligi ada national show. Oh, you not the kid elia. Di topa isli gila khait an hi na bedo bedet ita no hot an na the kid o yuish je da yela ako she ban seske so jo she iltra agido shana nashigi ishlagi she the ne baka de shwatlan sano benina ishla do bashte ako kutao di topa isli da kutao ka eshwad di oyo na the kid nikita nebe da holo kutao biche nashla do fact sheet holi hegi adelia ako aro big eje di na the kid he nalsos beso bahata dilia oko National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences aje di na the kid be oyo research questions edelia don le beso hajon dol katligi bash edon lil go dan needs in go National Institute of Environmental Health Science aja proposal edelia. So my immediate role after the spill was I received a lot of questions from the people and we responded quickly to those questions because there was a lot of confusion at the time and information wasn't available. And so through those questions, we quickly wrote a fact sheet. And then after that, we took those research questions and developed a proposal to try to apply for research funds to address these questions. And that's how I became involved, is just bringing together a team of people from the University of Arizona, the Navajo Nation, local colleges, the chapter houses, all come together to answer these questions that the people had. Yeah, thank you.
Good evening again. This is Paloma. I first heard about the spill on the news, on the national news across the U.S. And Carletta, Dr. Chief, reached out to me when she was receiving questions from the people about health. And I was trying to help her answer the questions about health as a professor of public health. And as I started trying to look for information about people's health after a large spill like this, we realized that there's very little information at all, even though there's been other large spills in other parts of the world. So I started working with Dr. Chief on writing this grant, this research grant, so we could better understand what happens in communities and after a big catastrophic spill, like the Gold King mine spill. As I was working with Dr. Chief, I also started realizing that for the Diné, the river means so much more than for someone from my perspective can possibly understand, and that the river is used in so many different ways than traditional risk assessments in the US EPA consider recreational pathways primarily. So we started learning a lot more, and together we wrote this time-sensitive grant to the National Institutes of Health, and I've co-led the project with Dr. Chief since 2015.
The major lane began in Adatna, Ado, Onichit Bahos and Dole Ligi, Navajo Nation CHR Outreach Program, Aja at seats in Nshla. Quadio hot ida da Tagahozanda Nasha, Ado in the Shandal Nashiki Aya, Nabe Hupikea Pakao, also a Dalnish. La yandle o J Tojan the CHR ndle. Di o yahadis go shalholne. Di hotala. She ya o J Todo le anet ko ya shagaldoti. Dene di de twandleniki yibaho da baganiki atskilko. Hai natkin ado in the haneki bitch Tahun Slishnigo, Tatia. Ado in the Ado Hodina, not Ani Nash, CHR Sandlenigi, Betnahishna, a coho, when a co at skinsko, that nada di twandle, biga ho one das neliki, is not a halna. Quadosh Deja, Dr. Carlata Chief, Jo ya fact sheetna, Quado Hanna, D twot needs each honky, what higi, digi, benacha na, nantin, la did CHR, hot naga higi, a coho dide, twohogi needs each honky, what ago ya needs is, he hit it all. Ado hut ya pa honits and dolly. Hatnigo ya nantiniki edelia.
So the staff members at New Mexico State University Agricultural Science Center basically belong to the farming community or the families who cultivate using the water from the Animas River. So there was personal connections by the members of our team with the river. So, and when the spill happened, the members of our team went out seeing the orange color. They were surprised and shocked. So we went out and collected samples of water from the river. Irrigation did sediments and across the Animas and the Sanuman watershed. We collected water samples, irrigation ditch sediments across the transects of all the major ditches in Farmington, Aztec, and other regions of the watershed. So because of the immediate response by our team members, New Mexico Environment Department pulled us into the EPA emergency response action, and we were able to report immediately to the government and local farmers about the conditions that was prevailing at that time. Also, we used portable X-ray fluorescence, which is an instrument that helped us to respond immediately, as it gives the results in 90 seconds about all the major elements, major contaminants that came out of the mine spill that happened in 2015. So we collaborated with Dr. David Weindorf from Texas Tech University, and our team together wrote a grant for NRCS, and the main focus for this grant was to analyze the metal contaminants in the agricultural system, basically the agricultural fields, crop produce, and other major components in the system. So eventually we collected the samples from Navajo Nation. We currently have 3 agricultural fields where we are focusing. So since 2015, we are monitoring the irrigation ditches, sediments, soil, agricultural field soils and water. And since then, we are working on 2 different projects which are funded by NRCS and EPA through New Mexico Environment Department. And we are doing a long-term monitoring analysis of several components of the system.
Thank you. Yeah, now I think it's another hassle. A coco did that all hot in that August 5th, 2015. Lady she totoyat hegi to be hinnago. ako shin ado shin da ade da Washington jin da jil na shi EPA shin go thanat ani bta hachol neto and khonda khanegi da dis aron da di thoki nas yin na kot jo go shin yin na atzala ko di shi chain reta Shiprock Chapter that chapter president Lindegi ita Chili Yazi Sadana Kis Khan Khan Nan Le Silverton Colorado Doshten Na Kidneza Tinob Andaz Sasatan Le Shiprock A Kokoshi Ade Pohon Neho NTT Hidden Linishi Trohas Gate Irrigation Had Hagishin da Head Gates Tropits Adas Linige Quagit Betanda el Kalishin Bata Wind on Eshi that it is called Le Kehona on Le Shiprock ya. A coshin da ebikedo di todoyat egi inna. A conden hik en hid ne that is ladon reshi ilnip lata hol jisho. Jodi August 5th. Sadeshin high na tanto na yezit han eskane al art ech zahagishin da net inle. Sada da note in koten ayinde khande hatsiho. Ton lini bits an das gizako. Akon da da kodo Navajo Nation do emergency response shin do sato jail nail ta halna on le tro lini benaud nata bagan bitsod nata baganigi ado CHR do shin hot ad nan dashns ako akot on nesho di koje Carletta chief don the University of Arizona de hitatish chitop beso clashed and days out RG getatish nishijo yatam partners will yata heal thought jo ACHR do Shiprock Chapter do nanare tope at zeal will yagi and the Navajo Environmental Protection Agent the Neck College, Fort Lewis College, Northern Arizona. He kre. Akoko Trago Keda illa a large yeti Nhalchen College da yol tragi. The question bits at jaw danes trago Nrega Kaya don edotro Halts will yagi sample. A day do lichat no behind the hat opeha canago that trodat o says that inot oha jago. Argit eben da nestra argit that dishes. Na kigon ye di CHR do anasketis nelo da na nashidayilla. Di twitch hot obekedo emergency response. Do hate our hidden na di ton lini with ein cho hate our inna. A day later hat nina and tinigi. Tragun ye di Shiprock Chapter do di la kwa honest emergency as lean honest akut shin da ol yet oyun sohoten del ton lini da hats an das gizgo ako ele hit ya arts kilo on the show do need improved emergency response dos jo did qua za ko hota anana za shi hit aben dil nishta no shi akut inan shida yilala akut yuja bahanne that hot za that you did net kaije akodo Navajo Nation sato tanat anidan lini ada that neitra das kreko ilta halne ato alkat o walhatni bini ya aron da ton lini khas khani dalia ado lejda le tro lini le ayisi toy chongi aron da ko tro has ke ajo da ado da lejigita aron da in lo da university go pelata alia adan das kha ako ade results will ya jo na ska bikedo hat ila bikene thala hat ila dat endela khalet yego na hasta kitza tats khalet ton lini kitza kha ila bi endela khalet the note in hat note din ska ki eshi kodo ya na da halna do le na kilt ako results on the environment and the people. Ako large you see environmental studies lingi jo yati tam khanego khot egi oliet kaya pakha zendon eto thodonan seton altlosh yanda environment edenel kodo large shnalbana hoido kodon hitna hodolne. Dr. Kalida Chief.
Ahe shnala yat nana besh behane gonna khashi na de kitch yela no haishet to halet tro yishon. I received a text that said, so what was it and how did it ruin the water? In 2015, there was an accidental breach at the Agolkeen mine, and there was acid mine drainage that had built up over the years in these mine caves, and it released 3 million gallons of acid mine drainage. And this acid mine drainage contained many different types of metals and metalloids that are coming from the local geology of the area. And what we primarily looked at in our study was arsenic and lead, because it was exceeding the water quality criteria by many folds over. And research has shown that if someone were exposed to the arsenic and lead at low doses on a daily basis, then it could cause health issues. So that's why our study was primarily focused on arsenic and lead, to answer the questions of the people in regards to if there was impacts to the Navajo people's health. Another question that we received over text was, why is this a big issue now? Why wasn't it addressed years ago? We do know that there was some acid mine drainage that was released in decades prior. However, I'm not sure why at that time there wasn't a lot of effort towards looking into the impacts. So this is actually the first study where we have gone into this detail. And it was only because the Navajo people had raised questions and were very concerned that it brought our team together to address these questions. Kadeya di dasil kaagi bahodeshne. Now we'll talk about the environmental results that we came upon. The study was to collect environmental samples within 1 year of the spill. So from 2015 to 2016, we took river water, river sediment core, agricultural soil, irrigation water, and irrigation sediment core. And we took those samples in 3 times: November 2015, March 2016, and June 2016. So in total, we had over 800 environmental samples. Ako oyui dasil ka di tonalinigi to ado anta to ben lieshiki to daak lejiki ado anta irrigation water to ben lieshi to lej irrigation sediment core to at echo sta sebi the nesnatin cut out the silka yasin the silka agi dro arsenic and lead tabadine the besh the bahay to besh the odigi alcohol in the silka agi the Navajo, environmental standards a quit bahos aniki a chotasilin. So these environmental samples that were analyzed for arsenic and lead, we compared it to various guidelines for the specific arsenic and lead. And for the water samples that we collected for those 3 time periods, we found that there was that lead was very low, and that it never exceeded the drinking water maximum contaminant level for lead. And similarly for arsenic, we also saw similar results, that the arsenic in the water samples collected never exceeded the maximum contaminant level. And then for all the soil and sediment samples that we collected, we also compared those to various guidelines, including the Canadian soil guidelines, as well as the New Mexico residential guidelines. And once again, we were happy to report that for nearly all the samples, they all met the agricultural and residential guidelines. So we're happy to report that both for the water and the soil and sediment samples, that we did not see any concern in terms of human health, because all the samples did meet the arsenic and lead guidelines that we compared it to. Yeah.
Alt iso babkash kadot Dr. Kalera Chief Yahol Negi. Jota Tlanide Kidnagede, why is it still a concern, even though it happened 3.5 years ago? Lashin o you Queen of Sun. But you know what? Hodina go Navajo EPA. Stephen Austin Adehon Nilne. Nan Honez Ahote, there's a Gladstone treatment facility. Ad Belchazande Lado Oyana Nezla. Akokot. Ashi does ikuna hoto nito does it toshin hat nidande. Accidents happen, and those gold king mines agit atit a kont atit leta hasado atit topi hatat is ben adot ati hatat losh. Akokot buhil out eyat eshik eshit ne lede trochada nat ingo. Kodetskiho e benel nestopa nil zansitlio. Akut out ata Williado Leston hit Kayapa Williado Nitak aton Nikinan Seton Hina Altlosh. Eshi ben yeta na Anasko benan Tinodate eto giben ye. Ede hot ela ishta Kachina sta nan han Kilchinato altam Naretron Nande Ultran Lonhan Yen New Mexico State University Aj UK yato Italy nal Kachin that she ate that.
So, as stated by Dr. Chief, acid mine drainage was going on, like it's a legacy mining that goes on, and therefore the mine drains. However, the Gold King mine spill was an eye-opening event, and so we decided to do a long-term monitoring of several contaminants that came after the mine spill happened into the agricultural system. Basically, the use of water varies as the water moves downstream. In the Upper Animas region, it's basically focused into the tourism. However, as the water moves down into the Lower Animas, the use of water is focused into agriculture. And as it moves into the Navajo Nation, the focus is on agriculture as well as ceremonial uses of the water from the San Juan River. So based on all these observations, there were 3 major concerns that arose after the mine spill happened. Firstly, the uptake of the metal into the crops. That is, how much metal the plants are uptaking and residing into it. Secondly, the metals that are residing into the crop surface after being uptaken. And thirdly, whether the metals are interfering with the ability of the crops to perform several functions. So our objective was to monitor the occurrence of 9 different heavy metals that came from the mine spill, and with the metals of interest in water, irrigation ditch sediments, soils, and plants. So 9 different metals that we focused to analyze on were arsenic, lead, aluminum, zinc, calcium, chromium, copper, iron, and manganese. So the samples that we collected were representative samples across the Animas and the San Juan River watershed. So we collected samples from the agricultural fields and the ditch sediments in Upper Animas, Lower Animas, and the San Juan River watershed. So our focus was the agricultural resources and cropping system, where we collected several samples on-site and off-site to validate the results with the laboratory analysis. Talking about the sediment samples that we collected from the irrigation ditch sediments, we focused on 15 different irrigation ditches, which are the major ditches energizing water into the fields. So we analyzed 9 different heavy metals in these ditch sediments, and found out of the 9 different heavy metals, 8 metals were below the residential screening level. However, arsenic at some of the irrigation ditches exceeded the residential screening level value of 7.07 parts per million of New Mexico Environment Department recommendations. So there was a major concern when we presented this data to the public. The major question that was coming is the water safe, water which is flowing into these irrigation ditches that had higher concentration of arsenic was safe or not. So we started collecting water at 3 different times of the year, that is the pre-growing season, growing season, and the post-growing season. And we found that the arsenic concentrations were lower than the maximum allowable limit in these water that was going into the fields, basically focused on alfalfa fields, pasture fields, and the vegetables fields across the region. Talking about these agricultural fields, we focused on 9 different agricultural fields, 3 fields in the Upper Animas region, 3 fields in the Lower Animas region, and 3 fields in the Navajo Nation, that is the San Juan River watershed. So we analyzed 50 to 75 points in each field, and found that the 8 elements out of the 9 elements analyzed in total were lower than the residential screening level values. However, arsenic exceeded at some of the hotspots in the field. When I tell hotspots, I mean to say the region that increase, region of the concentration that are exceeding 7.07 parts per million value. So the question was whether these metals were taken up by the plants or not. So we started analyzing the leaf tissue of alfalfa and pasture for the cattle consumption purpose, and also the leaf tissue from the vegetable fields. We focused on corn fields, fields that grew melon, squash, chili, and pumpkin. And we found that the metal concentrations in the leaf tissues were very low. Eventually, we also analyzed the concentrations in the actual produce that were grown in these fields, and we collected samples from the same locations. We collected the different varieties of corn, we collected melon, we collected squash, chili, pumpkin, and we processed in the lab and did some analysis and found that the concentrations were low and were in the safer zone. So in nutshell, the concentrations of all the metals that we analyzed were lower in the plants and produce, and thus the cultivation was safe to go on, and the produce that for human consumption is also safe in the region. We will be presenting the data tomorrow at the teach-in in Shiprock, so in detail.
Kodon Janon Hilchona out at Belagana Achigo 8 Tonan Lagoya Halne. Arch Edot at the Najan Hilchens Atia Hornegi. Juti a yam the New Mexico State University. Ajol Yegon Trabal has any Etelier agriculture nan set at it's that you at Yada Altra. Jo ade bit all ago. tabat all a. Di tron lini troki Ice a troki Khahas kan. De kwishik a tra na chendel kra. Na reta do shinli do ak e na hol jisho. Adon da e trappa jiti tle jiki riverbank nini e do. Adon le troki lebt da betlate. Ad le do haslish e do. Di koden arsenic do le do ad eli chinna aki da ish le jiki spesja le jis bit. Ajda e betash jaton lebet ahon dat dazli to bosk is dat gaat no. De kwede shin nat is ka aron da in renan set. Na ta dat e do le na ta bekas do as ana ta ki. Aron da et eshin yan do na gizet khanes kando actually na hol au. Khahas shin denel in Adon da kaya Trochas ge tunda den naha gogi Ado dak nito Adon late alfafak edat liegita betel khana nilienu rohok aden le uttaha Delik et bakrat adet do trohnden natte Abijan nal tin ebet nan say ade in natural growth tilnini egilkhane nelo jo in this khako akot da yisi yego ba yehol ni negi need allaho it khatatis in that I see tit or little digi it up o anelt ne jodan jodi Jones the arsenic do let will yegi bitnel it out parts per million will parts per million as an example obik aban so case do lehi tolch idon dolch al will yegi 1 drop of water shan reta anak anat zeta ido anak at zilch ido khalak kanak atilch al ek aban so case koko den tona hadel ali bijnil tra trushi bijinilo 255 gallon barrel lagi bi hadat o billion 1 million drop go akoti arsenic will yegi do let edi ko akuiche thoyi tlanigi jon safe water yi tlanigi the arsenic it Nes na de bitol algo into that big 255 barrels. Edi swimming pool on that bitches 255 55 gallon barrel again G 255 barrel swimming pool because it's been ado di arsenic bahat zedigi anes nande bistil algo go edi thogi chdo tlil eto khator lelda it's safe level jot EPA denel nanat thayi nal degi so dat h alta et ayu hoko nezat tin bitol albiga yen sojen adonana te pe si dat eda na kid nezat tin bitol alonde do betol little de lead and arsenic adonan set late na data in 2000 na kid the milliage kona lot of bistil alo into that million out ashol yet 200 parts per million like 200 around the 10 parts per million akonan sage big height betzielt aidat akut ashi alia eshi digin yilla jo photosynthesis ilnilat na dat ek is de leer it is na dagit kleche jo adot elej na stam bille adot tro adot adin donch ape khanse dino saligi kodot khobet ja oy trodo yat ebel nachkhand apen joni tron jonigi onsko etno yel johot a ina ta uliela ako ajge 2,000 parts per million de yenelso. Jokut ayata halna. Ako di leto arsene lede troubles in nagi. Kote twoto nan seton le geshin disk. At o yugo up ya pahat zedit yade. Jodit pahanne. Ako twochon inigi twohn lini Ajant o yo opahat zedolet schonde. Do da yego tit o liligi kot ela. Beni nalet schoge asati banahanne. Din le gold mine. Kleta has sanigit. Kleta as gedin le adet sel il eine kade yigata as gedo adet besh truppel but banal lenigi besh de chigi truppel leni na losing. Ein legit gold mine beyond sich trogi hatat epine kodol lej betaten ziko. Nicht epa hat denko abjan tot lejitego. Ako koto at zago. Din ol yegi oxygen twoha do di minerals beltra. Beltraselio yil tshuigen chemical reaction yil no. It what yil tshuigen ebenalet tshogoch na. Jokot yata halne. Achina na reta na konike yam our results nana na skap keto kadige belash lait nihitane ajedo tanel iton tapete kito azel ide akot nagepet deltot abi gagon tapet skap ganda tanel iki eshi kodot yanata halnet ole. So we'll go ahead, panelists. Let's move on to the results regarding the people, the impact that the people experience. So let's go with number one.
Good evening again. This is Paloma Beamer from the University of Arizona College of Public Health. And my role on this project has been to help us understand the impacts on human health. And we've received several texts this evening. I'm not going to read them all because we've gotten about 4 or 5 asking about the effects to people's health since the Gold King mine spill. As part of our study, we decided to focus on lead and arsenic. Number one, because these are the 2 elements, chemical elements that were in the mine spill that are most toxic to human health at the lowest levels. And so we knew if we were able to look at lead and arsenic and judge how things were at that level, then the other levels would be okay. The other reason why we picked lead and arsenic is because they have been studied the most. They're the metals that we know the most about. And if people are found to have high exposures, we could work on treating them. And the third reason is because there's actually chemical tests that we can do. We can measure lead in your blood and arsenic in your urine, and we know what are considered to be normal levels in the United States population and also levels here on the Navajo Nation. As part of this project funded by the National Institutes of Health, we worked with Majoleen Begay, who's here with us today, and the Navajo Community Health Representatives. Together, we got permission from the Navajo Nation Human Health Research Review Board to conduct a study in 3 chapters in Shiprock, Aneth, and Upper Fruitland. With Navajo CHR, we spent a day doing training, and then we went out in the field and we recruited families from each of those chapters where we took blood tests with a special machine that gave us results for blood lead levels within 3 minutes. We were able to give the families their results right there when we were in their house. And then we also collected urine samples that we analyzed for arsenic. We found that nobody had very high blood lead levels. They were actually lower than what you would expect in the U.S. population and on the Navajo Nation, which means that they were not impacted by the Gold King mine spill at that time. We also found that the urine arsenic levels were generally very low, and we had a couple areas in the Aneth area where we found higher levels of arsenic in people's urine, but we think that is associated with their drinking water, which was not impacted by the spill, but has a little bit higher levels of arsenic, and that's been known for a little bit of time. The other thing we did as part of that household visits that we did with Navajo CHR was to do a questionnaire where we asked people about their activities and how they use the San Juan River. And we did this so that we could understand how often people contact the river, the sediments, the plants, and the animals that live along the river, so that in future spills we could also have an idea of how much contact people have with the river. We're using this information from the activities to develop a special computer model that we can then simulate different scenarios. So if we can look at what would happen if people went back to their activities that they had before the spill, and at what concentrations would it be safe to do so. One of the things we also asked is if people's activities had been changed by the spill, and we did find that people have significantly stopped using the river and the sediments and the plants that grow along the river in their daily lives as they did before the spill. So those are some of the impacts we saw to the people. We're hoping as we develop this computer model, we can look to see if people can go back to resuming the activities that they used to do along the river. This will also be a tool that will be able to provide the Navajo Nation in the future to use if there are other spills in the future, and as a way to test to see if things are safe for people to go back to their daily activities. We've also received questions about the wildlife and domestic animals and if they were affected. And based upon the levels we've seen in humans, we think that the levels in animals are probably also low at this point, but we haven't actually tested them ourselves. We had a collaborator, Jenny Ingram from Northern Arizona University, that was looking at mutton, but we weren't able to find any mutton that were here at the time of the spill to test. This last year, we began another part of our study, which we are calling Farming is Life. And for this part of the study, we partnered with 10 Navajo farmers because we wanted to see what the impact of irrigating with the river is on their corn. So at the beginning of last growing season, during Shiprock Ag Days last year, we recruited 10 farms. And from these farms, we took soil samples at the beginning of the growing season before they turned their irrigation water and started irrigating. We also collected their corn that they were using to plant. And then we monitored the water at their farm and along the river over the whole summer and growing season. And in the fall, we came back and collected soil and corn that they had harvested. We saw no change in the soil concentrations for lead and arsenic over the entire growing season. The levels of lead and arsenic in both the river water and in the irrigation water were very low over the entire growing season. And the levels in the corn were actually lower than what we had seen in the seeds that they planted. So we didn't see any impact at all using the river water this year on irrigating Navajo farms. The other thing we did as part of that project is we worked with Diné College, and we trained the students to collect samples from the farms and from the river. And they sampled side by side with Navajo CHR. But with Navajo CHR, we went to Walmart in Farmington and collected mason jars, pH strips that you use for a fish tank, and pool thermometers. And the idea was that we wanted to see if we use these local supplies that you can buy yourselves in the Walmart in Farmington, and if we took samples using those materials, would they come out the same as when we used our scientific materials and instruments? And that way, if there was an unfortunate event of another spill, the Navajo CHR could go out and take samples, or the general public could. So we're able to show that there was no difference between the concentrations of water that we measured collected by the Diné College students using our materials from the University of Arizona Research Laboratories and the Navajo CHRs. So that gave us confidence that you could go out, if you saw the river turn yellow, and collect samples that could be used, as soon as you saw it change color rather than waiting 9 months for scientists like us to show up. And even just this last week, we collected samples along the river when we heard some of the more recent news using those same materials.
The Majorline Brigade Nadatna, a called Diné Khaled AD be Hodilt 20 each honky. A called Shido CHR's AD de na Alkahagi Ado the Nebelhana Inki Yego Nihina Nishilia. Diné Nina Rahito Yegot Benahagi to ya Dacha Yegon Hitatil Di hot Nich hot indiki Dan Ado Yata Benne Khaled Atolni Dan Elto a cohoy Yata Benne Iki Yatil Kodot farm enda il Asian bits ado yalgi hashin so nadedi Ado inda adi tonlaniki bi shi ya na alkongi chiniyaje hot ye iketa haltha. Ado inda didet trop baho altadi hashin sodi naten saegi hollo. Jo ya bits ado ado inda dide leish be na henki da hot ye ya ina atel ila ado inda dille shiki twandlen biga hogi jo to ho benago ado inda dide na harago da kon ya chida ho an trago ye di twandleniki bits ado ina al ila ya nikita na atan leniki ye go ya betatil yini na go ta chago nikilin ta halna khut na al khahagi etelia ado ya alto khalet ya naso nikita eki be bakanel what ole khot ido tadi no ya CHR siki khashin so baya deltki kohodide na antkiniki do Aj Yego betahotil Ado in the University of Arizona Jo na antkiniki hashin so nikil etayila diki buhil anki shin benacha CHRs tkohogi hait adan hich yichho nana slinko Jo ya CHRs di tkohakha ado leista ya nal kahagi khalet ya tkohogi nal kahagi ichili Jo khudat ahki ya be isha alya akhot ende na antkiniki ya la ko University of Arizona ya abelndel nestole Ado in the kodot sadnat aiki la ya koda yahil khiash shamasana ya na eti kidiki inla na eti kidiki ya dide hotrana raha CHRs bedet neniki diki yego nihit khaho nda kadolil nihit khaho ya nda kago na antkiniki ado shohat neniki hot ahegi yego ya ye nikildal nestole la she khait adat abiga koho shmasana nadin kidiki judi ya bohonetsa CHRs but neniki khashin sogo na antkiniki kodot etayil sod ado inda diden na alkhahagi sample neniki ilo Khalet ya hajo jil inki ya bentanestha koho anir godide away klabaho ya di twandlen bigaho jo ya ajo hashin so akal yediki do nantkiniki delia ado enidia ila tkogi hashin so dot oba itat salin hatneniki ajo dotide at the moi lehiki so ajan antkiniki the nebel khana enki okhot ya nihinanish etel enkat
Akiahu nana qachinta sinala banna hotol zishti kwai bella ashlai khalet edi thon lini thui choi Hippie la that's a tot that's a khalet up stilla khalet ya bohotil that's no al khajjo equapa yatik kashin khodosh nalbana hoto Dr. Kalera Chief
Shadala nana so what I want to talk about is what we focused on in terms of the impacts to the people. And the way we did this is we held focus groups at Shiprock, Upper Fruitland, and Anna chapters. And in total, we had 12 focus groups, and we had about 120 people participate in those focus groups. And in those focus groups, we asked people how they were impacted by the Gold King mine spill. We asked what they were doing before the spill, and then how their lives changed as a result of the spill. We also asked the people what they think about their future and what solutions should be pursued to address the spill. And we took all those documents or the statements that were made, and we really looked into what was said, and we categorized them into 4 areas: impact to spiritual wellness, to economy and livelihood, to family and community, and to the environment. Just to share a few of those results is that in terms of spiritual wellness, people said that they felt that there was negative impacts to ceremonial practices, and that they were uncertain for the future of Diné culture for the youth, such as losing traditional knowledge. People were also concerned about revenue loss and financial hardship for the farmers. They were unsure about safety of agricultural food sources. Impacts to family and community included distrust, that leadership was not present, that there was poor communication about the spill and response efforts. And finally, environment. People had negative feelings towards the river as a result of the spill, and they used less of the traditional plants and herbs, and that the relationship to the river and land were damaged. So all of this information that was gathered is really important because we are now using that information to inform our leadership and those that are working in emergency response, so that into the future, this information can be used to improve their response and also to give a voice to the people. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, national. The Quana Kitchen Ani Arts is Babakat and University of Arizona, Associate Professor in Ledbaum. Paloma Beamer Walia Adonana Shanalado Yati Blashlai Human Subject Research and Questionnaire Khadedi Layanki Slap Kai Focus Group Walia the Nepali Hilna Hanadona Bedikit Adot Ape Bedatil Agi Yehatatzi Hot Abetrati Kainare Nakinachayata. Ako na edikidi koro bichintil au adoid appe abenzajet ni hilnta halna ako atsada allah sa anige ya di kon tro leni kon hi raun leni belagana is San Juan River leni elat da khait out chdenol in le hol jiste khade shin hi man hi jeta ni masanda khalid out chdayol indok dishchin ni hishe khit out chinol John Tapati no. Ado be kedo do na edikit akut abach nada nita. A di tui chogi di toto doyat etas leo con in nagi at be kedogi after gilnini. A chekit archedenos in Tapati no. A could ask ade elhana nilon tapetil kit. No watage a nito ba yahol nigo. So that o huge chinil in de jutane. Ngepe inadol niligit up. Trope na nliesto na altlos de tlado nan se. Apen dan agit hapa hoha da hotjagi. Nled o you chunil in rek adel ini da keta. Adon le the nap guhwepiti nini jo eta Navajo teat edat o chil adonan set. Khatrali chudayol inin le Chilnas gedul yehita. Adot hat sheta adi trota bechudenil. Adon hidane otlandan lenita la. Eda nin hidota chunil und an reta tron lenin repa panjo lata. At it holne hol yegi adetne. Hot tron lini beyond yin dan tia hot baby in the huitlata no that halne. Adon the 80 da jump in yah no shin da be na al cont on le so hal that you got archdanil intano. Adon the yatita na al tlosh at net and lineage Nred Bi don le da gratatat don renat egitat doch. Shin lot chutrio inejo adozon naskata. Jogot ekot ada ilagot eko babakatish alko. Nrede la hol negid ishin kon patahuidil al. Ishin akodona le shi kwan ha iletole. Oh, Kodoye Nihil Nil Ne Lasho. Nred Navajo Nation EPA Adela Nihil Nil Steve Austin Yak Akode Beshi Hol Nelak Abatahoidil Al. Go ahead, Steve.
Good evening. This is Steve Austin. I'm a senior hydrologist with Navajo EPA's Water Quality Program. Sorry I couldn't be there in person, but hopefully I can provide you guys with some information that we've collected over the past few years. My office is located in Shiprock. I've been working there for over 20 years now, and one of my primary responsibilities is to monitor the water quality throughout the Navajo Nation. Just after the spill occurred, when we were notified of it, I helped head up the monitoring response for Navajo EPA and coordinated with the other states and federal agencies and tribes that were working on the spill, and also tried to make sure that the President's office and Attorney General office were provided the information they needed for any decision making that had to occur. We were sampling before the spill on the San Juan, but we kicked it into high gear after the spill occurred in the fall of 2015. We had 10 sample sites on the San Juan River from Farmington all the way down to Mexican Hat. We also collected samples from the Hogback and Fruitland canals and 3 major tributaries that come into the San Juan River. We ended up collecting about 50 samples that first couple of months after the spill, and then we continued monitoring between October 2016 and September of 2017, collecting another about 175 samples just on the San Juan during that time period. The primary metals of concern that we were looking at related to this spill were aluminum, arsenic, iron, lead, manganese, and zinc. And we would take our sample results and compare them with our water quality standards. What we saw was that most of the highest concentrations of these metals occurred right when the plume came through, which would have been about August 8th and 9th of 2015. And then during the major storm events that occurred that summer. We also saw other people that were monitoring in the area did see signs of the spill continuing to come down through spring runoff of 2016. We did see exceedances of our irrigation standard for aluminum and also for lead for livestock during some of these samples, but only during the storm events and when the plume came through. The highest concentrations did occur right in that fall time period, and since then we've seen the concentrations have been lower for most of the metals we were looking at. As far as future monitoring is concerned, all the states and the tribes agreed that we're going to go ahead and use an independent contractor to monitor from Silverton all the way down to Lake Powell. They've already done 2 monitoring events this year, including 2 weeks ago, so we have some samples that they collected before the most recent event happened when the treatment plant went down. And they'll continue to monitor during this spring runoff and this upcoming summer. Some of the other things that we were able to do as a result of the spill, we got some extra funding to look at fish tissue. We sampled fish in the San Juan River to see if metals were accumulating in them, and we were focusing on catfish and stuff that most people would eat. We conducted this study in April of 2017, and we looked at 25 different metals in the fish. And we found that only mercury was higher in those samples than samples collected before the spill, and none of the metals were high enough to pose a risk for people who are just consuming catfish on a recreational basis. So if you're just occasionally eating the fish, there's no concern there. There's very low risk. Other studies that we're in the process of doing, one is to look at our irrigation standards and our livestock standards for the San Juan River. One of the things that we found out was a lot of our standards are based on studies that were conducted elsewhere, and we wanted to make sure that our standards were appropriate for the San Juan River region. So we went out and collected samples from fields, mostly in the in the Fruitland through Teria area, and also one sample out in the Aneth area. And we had a contractor grow plants on those to see if there were any concerns that we would have using our local water growing on these local soils, and we used seed collected from a local source as well. The results from that study will be coming out probably within the next month. But so far we have not seen anything that would be a concern using the San Juan River to irrigate. We're also looking at the sediment toxicity for the aquatic life that live in the San Juan River. And, we'll have those results coming out hopefully within the next month. We have some future studies that are coming up. We're going to do another fish tissue study to see if there are any impacts during 2020, any continued impacts from the mines. We're also looking to determine what are other sources of metals within the watershed. We're still finding stuff in the river, and there are plenty of sources for it. So right now we're not seeing a concern for the uses of irrigation or livestock. We still want to know where these metals are coming from. And so we have a study that's going to be looking at other sources within the watershed, such as the oil and gas production, coal mines, power plants, illegal dumping, and natural resources. There's just plenty of other sources of metals besides these mines, but we want to find out, are the mines the biggest source or not? And that was reiterated or brought to our attention again when the treatment plant went down this last weekend. So for those who don't know, there's a treatment plant up below Gold King Mine, a few miles up above Silverton, that was put online in October of 2015. And the mine is discharging acid mine drainage, and this plant was put in place to treat that and pull as many metals out as possible so it doesn't go into Cement Creek and into the Animas and on down into the San Juan River. This plant is in a remote area, and with the blizzard that hit, the bomb cyclone as they call it, the power was shut off to this plant, and they were not able to get up there for a couple days. Typically during March, they remove between 500 and 600 pounds of metals out of the water each day. So that would be about 1,000 to 1,200 pounds of metals that went back into Cement Creek as a result of this plant shutting down. In comparison, when the Gold King mine spill happened, there was over 1 million pounds of metals that were released during that incident. So this does not compare with the Gold King mine spill. Not to downplay what happened. It is important that these metals are getting treated and removed from the system. This is not an event that ranks as high as the Gold King mine spill. And it's important that we're, along with the states and other tribes, are going out and monitoring to see if we can detect any impacts from this spill. At this point, we're not necessarily expecting to see anything just because of the low volume that happened. And nobody has reported even seeing a plume up in the Animas River. But U.S. Geological Survey responded immediately. The Utah Department of Environmental Quality responded immediately. We grabbed samples at 9 of our sites yesterday. We'll be grabbing samples again next week, and then also during peak snowmelt. And U.S. EPA is doing some monitoring. this incident illustrates the importance of us figuring out how much of the metals that we see down here on the San Juan are contributed by the mine. And that's one of the reasons why our source tracking study is going to be an important study that we do. And it also illustrates how important it is to get a permanent solution to reducing all the metals that are coming out of the mines up there. If I remember correctly, only about 15% of the metals that are draining out of the Silverton area come from the Gold King mine. So we want to make sure and get all of those sources reduced. Just to try to answer some questions that have come in, I know there's a lot of questions regarding the litigation, and I'm not at liberty to talk about that right now because it is ongoing. Navajo Nation did sue US EPA, and that is going to continue going on for quite a while. And then at this point, I cannot talk about the results or anything that's going on related to that. But as far as where we're at 3.5 years after the Gold King mine spill is concerned, what we're seeing in the San Juan River and the studies that we've done and New Mexico State's done shows that really the biggest impact is perception that the produce coming out of the Shiprock area and the farmers all along the San Juan River, that this produce is contaminated is causing more impacts for the local farmers than any health impacts. Economically, there is no concern with the produce that is being produced in this area. Our study is going to show that, and again, the New Mexico State University studies show that the produce is not impacted, that it is safe for consumption. The biggest impact is economically to the farmers who did not grow stuff as a result of the spill and who still have this perception from other places on the reservation that their produce is contaminated. And that's one of the biggest things we can do as a result of this forum is to get that information out. This produce is safe for use. There's studies that are going on are looking at impacts all the way down to Lake Powell. That was another question that came in. And Utah is looking at where these metals ended up, which is at the mouth of the San Juan River in Lake Powell. To my knowledge, there has been no detection of metals related to the spill in Lake Powell, down the dam or by the dam or in the Colorado River. I hope that information is useful. And again, I'm sorry I can't talk about the litigation at this point. I know that is something that is of the greatest concern to many people. Thank you.
Is he done?
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Steve. Akaho Quran Kitchenahot Anishik Asia the net. Anni the Hanada Sio Kizichat Ilayanda at Ishindanasan Ayatid Nagate Hato Asnit Holjisnach Hayata Lake Colorado down Silverton, Colorado then Alkida Ligana Ola Hata Akinde it Akonet Kohat Clayun Dastan went to that a pido. Basic art a hata and low shot ashing but that is the leaded Sawa on now 8 tro behin now a added isn't nagi to eba huilnet Halit out net he lada and set as a tea la Adona altlost as a no eba ta huilnet. A crocodile a needy and Hilchona anils esoba Papa Trashnet Steve Austin will ye Navajo Nation Yanal Nish EPA Environmental Protection Agent. A ade besnich ye hol and re Farmington ade shinta ba office. Jo no Yego ton linimik picket at the neat ion dale nish at John. Halati hot in doshi you quitza. Any that's all ye hot out. Hat Ada honit out under, Haya hotel yisota under. Shaw hagen easy, a cotate that you that in nation. A called ton lini bahanda di kato toy hada he cow. Nahanda nel in and lit natal canoya halne. Adona sin lay thought linin late Hatil elo adon lay saw ye in rate bits east and linin lay bits and up at sun later خد إلى بيجي لها نو إيهود آن ليد دي بيش بها إلدان لني باتا هتزدقي بيش لباتو بيش الزول إد داليه دا زتا بيجي خد نو أكود آيدان هنان شديل إن أكون ليك أدنا كدنا تخانا خيقو خولجش أكود ييغو باها زديد أتوبلا بكدا ني تخاتانه إيشين ياد إخن نأجيد good news خنيلة أرون دا إين غيدا نان سأتات إيدا نال كاكو بيدا أيلنيو أتابن ديل نشنو خلنا أكو أدو نيدو آلت إسو خنزل أنوج أهنا إيدي gold king mine جو إيدا أولا خاكيد يلتحول أبلغانا أكون لينا كدنالتين روبا آدازين أنا لا سيتا حساو تروبي هتات إز بنا آده ترو هتات نلوش دو نيل كلادو كت آو إسل كت با خيانيجي يبتا إنش EPA إشين واشنطن بي EPA يي أكو دين تخانا خدوب آينا يغو تروي چوان دا بكيدو نغيد مشتين ياغو تون لنجكو نغيد أستا أسات ستخبيغة تتازا آدت dat is een schata wil jou adet din ade nlede tleyite trohata nloshengi adet de bahal elkolia treatment facility jo a Gladstone treatment facility olia wastewater treatment facility eshi pesli chi aje it iko eshi ade beta inish akonre na kidmoy da shat ochko da zazon da hasthaneta di pesli chi gi nits دونال نشتاسلنيكو أدو تو بچين خود إتاسلنيو خشتشيبنا أكود أونيل تلاقود تخوهجيت أويوت أوبا هيجي لبات كسننا لتا نويا تحلنا أكوندت آلش إندجن 1000 pound بيغا هود أي آدي لبات كسنانا أكوندن غيري خونيز نتخا خونيز تاي over 1 million pound of minerals ita chinna chin so dipil khana nashi dil chidi ye akho eshibna asi pa khul chi to jo bu dil alo akona hot za at ilhit an hil peda hausen no no eshi nan thin khut an de yil a khonan chado le la ajigi qache yam nas ta na de di khat a yid de khatzi qade EPA hil nas na Ado bekedo unta yam. Next step will yagi deep in the ajnashigin ready hot zadostem in the ajnashon da skato da skagi kodo dit ela no kode in the has nilo. Danel I kacha kodone nijet ready kat na khedot ni na khan da hadil jishi khat ila benad at in sho khalit auna ilne. Next step will yagi kodo banata hawilna dol kodo panels ke nadonel. Nana at yam 30 minutes kat zit khatin da haljen aj ilch indel neche akoko ade pesh be hoteshnet no so to et a khodol kat ishi aj na kha adol nil di da text message gi do nakhilan agota edit agas don to pesh be hanek a pepe ati are the same number yet a khodon hilashnet 928-871-4487 4487 Tagaw Zando Bishbehen Gi 4487 jet outlet. Neither dish killed so. At iso at the innocent neither kiddie could have needs out all kill. Ibna.
Ako ada Bishbeh audition and then so make sure you turn off your radio. The radio background it's ado in the article on the adult kid or late Kadha alia ade.
Ade papata quack get another hodit as ade la house now. I don't have it all. Next step will ye kolobata will net all this. Carletta?
Yeah, nanate. Di haila ba na de listo go na the kid. Ako nasko dry ta na go kut up in de lish. ako di beso bana al kahagi e quinzachet tra nachego bahas ako ade di dasil kahagi e ya benahan neto le nikita ne bitch ado le not ani dan linigi ako e bitch nato nilto hajo reporting back e ben de listo ako ska e Shiprock Ag Days in the de kaito ado elto hajo reporting back not the nil ado in the June 21st 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. New Mexico Water Resources San Juan Conference a Shiprock Chapter ade ekilte ako ade to reporting back na de dilni aro eben nache ben de listo reporting back I see nike next steps to le ehe
Hakoshi ada nadel kidi ada kana holji
jo dik at by not any keeping yeah hasana le pan so to keso ya ni o are betanna akonde kat na tena jna ido yasla jna o skoblikes alien halan le Mexico City guia hat egele ya benan storle san so yeban tskes so da to hat hazno da to ne eko kohuya de ya ko to kwilichi kallan thonan hola biten hallo ban tskes idea hait ekwa
Yat o ade huin leit nakas tushinle den aidin kidi jut o yudet juk atcha nach hedop go kholjesto da shit o yutro inna o shin yultro yil eldo jot ai si pa hat zedi e pa hat den joch no ba hanne ako penin nat atina al khagi nikete net o yudo to o tlanda adon da edinal sokhas opakha nelto le no thonda nal I thon natal khagi khat ege da khaida na honez akoko jo koi ben nai kon hit na ita haus an re chr da apet nei khada khego adon re na khal stot apet khon del khako adon hit na do akoid opa je het ago skilo yendal neshko adol nil no eben ye ebta innish nakhalchen rewta hat altkheid o yut yindal neshot epeso alch ino bannat ande eye kwat sik ade huin lagi
Good evening again. It's Paloma from the U of A. The next steps that my part of the project will entail will be working with our students at U of A to take all the activities we got from the questionnaire we did with the CHR to look at developing a health risk model. This will be a tool that we use in the computer to look at health risks to the Navajo people by using the activities that they actually do with the San Juan River. The risk assessments that were done in 2015 during the Gold King mine spill only looked at recreational activities such as camping or rafting along the river, but didn't take into account irrigation or other uses of the river for livelihood, arts and crafts, and spiritual practice. We're hoping that this tool can then be used if, unfortunately, something else happens again in the future, so that you could answer the question of, is it safe or not, much sooner. It'll also allow us to develop new guideline values that could be used to compare to concentrations measured in the river. This week, when we heard about the Gladstone Water Treatment Facility, our team also mobilized and took samples along the river, both on Sunday before we thought that the potential impact might reach Shiprock, again on Monday and Tuesday. And then I was traveling with my family in Utah, and we also took samples up near Aneth and Bluff. We will take these samples back to the U of A with us this week and hope to have results back to the community soon. But as you heard from Steve Austin from Navajo Nation EPA, the Gold King mine spill was 1,000 times bigger than this amount of metals that were released over the last few days. But we just want to test the water again to make sure. Thank you.
Hakoshi are na adel kidigi are.
Yat I ado ale hisa hosnayi sit ado kodeke huit inigi hasine lai tochili do Diné eda the plane way Eastern Agency they go hasne Gina na kego sanatli Shina akodi tobayat kido na kaha nenigi Nwe ben sab khad shi ad thoda se yine ade bedeki aro kode toni ka yishchon akok ade ya benhat toni iklon Nwe khado shi bet at se donde nan jo donde kwigo shi donde Eastern Agency de toni kati khalet el dit onal kateba nat no katova na kagodot zani tehgit hiç no ata kalande nasitos kadonde slatina khaden khasenchiyor ilo bayelti arende de belakana kodot o de kehit indi in sidon khan fikista it of beson sheido lite yiniyat hadet Ilat ati toni the best. The Hedo Labet at say Navajo Dam. Adon the Annis River. To a adego a thought. The bent sabakade to Hadnit. I was a no swing at the Kehut inido toni traffic. The Hashit I the chill idoless at that place hatas Lenigi. Ashkara that Anik at the gate iliated and shinny benigit. Nigano da swimming pool that na khada da tani zinchi akonde nisi ade kewot ini ashon de sik ena fleni nabik efki naitos ki wa khane la te mailen sage shi ba hazne ba yelki to eda de kui ba hazne da da nai pe so ba helno ein khazne shinan ai no fleni fasit ai sono Njongo kolod aro leben sis khanna zo pan lai to skit khala ashin sedik at aslatino shin sedakha akoet atibayel kidot abayet ki na khas chini so khayi jo panabik yel ki akon ve ek ilye jon ve oba hashna on ve Grants New Mexico dis kitado has it our care khanat jato ledes
Hasha are na na kid na ede na kid.
Oh, jo even na you see hanne. Didn't any plenty who need it at all leba who now. Not are they husband nasty be the kaye the hojum papa husband. Jo what even it is a cock a data in air. Even in night la hit a lot that ashot ashin it honey kate not 40 needs I join the nature. Bahas dollars a cash and I don't hit the house meadow. I hope now the cat of many anxious either. I thought Ton John hit of no joe what I in machine Yahoo 8 or little cat.
Oh, yeah, oh, a quite adult, a channel neck, quack and I got Lapana with it at not kids.
Majorline begay in Adatna Adok a share height adolil. A quaiki, not a kid. Kodop, Bansis Kesto, Bahada Sitsi, Betnashnishiki, Benacha Aya, CHRs, but at Neniki Ado, Nahandal Nashiki, Hundi A. Oho, Adona and Kiniki, Hundi A. Arja Banana Shadil, Indolil. Halan, Nihits East, Nabe Hoop. Well, yehagi bits isiki yego ya quado nikit il ado inda di quado hashin so na ntiniki benacha ya ba hiliado lil ado abi eda holiado lil Danitsen Okoho Hajo CHR Stovgildal Nishiki Nanestrago Aita University of Arizona Hot Hashilso Nantiniki ya etayila Hot Ein de Lako ya Bihuidol Atliki Hollo Didi Yuhudil Anki Ginachet a Kone Hitraho Eya Nantiniki Yilda Kadoli Ado chapter Haskoda Ado Hit Ada Nadish Kitanos Sandolil Ado Josh Baho Sandolil Danos Sanagoshin Eya Nikil Dahotnet Dolil Nana Shidi Kojo CHR outreach program ki khashil so not ani itlaniki ju the napan to case la halet ya the naso ado bohdit ego naso ina ananil indole khut ago ya until il case it binache ya din al khahiki research ado enda yal khan tra ju din al khatolil biniye Ochot ahegi ya kodo lana danitsen binachi University of Arizona Edodai Northern Arizona University hot yego da iltraiki ad ya ndalnish ado inda belkeda di ka ado binachi ya nikina nishiki endel ochot shin kodo naso Nihina Nishigi Nanil Idoli.
Hakoshi Arnadel Kikat.
Here. There's CHR in Nadishki, and she's not doing nothing for us, and nothing for us in Nadishki. What's that? That's all my question, and I want her to do her job and everything, but nothing. Thank you.
Question caller, go ahead, ask the question. Caller, go ahead, ask your question.
Hi. I got a question to the provider there. Long-term effect to these people, like down the road, 15, 20 years, that's what I'm concerned about, the Navajo people that have been affected along the river, and also the people down, like towards Lake Powell, Lake Mead, into by Las Vegas. Those are the ones that I'm concerned about. I'm not sure what exactly your thoughts are on that down the road, maybe 15, 20 years down the road. Maybe some ailment might come upon our people, which we don't want to have that to happen, but I'm concerned pretty much about that. And there's another question is that the water has, or actually the sediment has settled at the bottom of the river. When there's a big storm, will it kick it up again as far as the bad sediments that have entered into the river? Those are the two questions I have.
You want to ask a question?
Hello. That was the
hold on.
Answering that question.
Caller, go ahead.
Hello? Yes, I'd just like to remind everybody that as the Navajo EPA person, Steve Austin, mentioned, there's a lot of sources for pollution. And I just want to remind everybody that while Gold King was very visible and was recent, we have a lot of other legacy issues. Right there in Shiprock, we had an old uranium processing center, and we have concerns about pollution, both perceived and real from that, potentially leaching into our river right there in Shiprock, where a lot of farmers are. And so everybody needs to be aware that there are a lot of sources of pollution and a lot of legacy sources of pollution that have been being deposited into this beautiful water source that we all use for a variety of things. But I think that it's really great that we have a Navajo EPA that has been collecting data for over 20 years to add some background and some context to the studies that Dr. Chief and others have put together more recently. So I just like to ask the question that all these researchers provide a little bit more context when they start talking about the pollution that's more recent. There's a lot of legacy issues that go back to the 20th century and a lot of mining that has taken place in the four corner states, as well as other issues that we have more locally, things that have happened on the Navajo Nation, like uranium mining and uranium processing right along the waterways, tributaries to the Colorado River. I'll take the question or the answer offline. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll respond to the three questions.
Thank you for your questions. This is Paloma again from the University of Arizona College of Public Health. I want to thank our last caller because, yes, you were right. There are many other sources of pollution and contamination, and many of them have been ongoing for many, many years. When the spill happened, we mobilized to get funding for short-term monitoring. And that's why we got a time-sensitive grant. It allowed us to get out in the field faster than what normally would take us to look at long-term health impacts. One of the goals of this short-term grant is to give us baseline data as soon as we could after the spill so we can know what things look like now within 1 year of the spill and now, 3 years, almost 4 years later. Based upon our studies, we did not see a lot of concern in terms of people's impact to health within the 1 year of the spill. But as the first caller asked in her question, we don't know what will happen in 10, 15, 20 years because people haven't been studied 10, 15, 20 years after a spill. So there is still potential for some accumulation, but based upon the data and results we've seen, it's very, very low compared to other potential sources of pollution and contamination that have been ongoing in the community. We did not look at uranium in this study, so we're not able to answer questions about local impacts of uranium. As to the third question, I guess it was the second question that we got from the previous caller about the sediment. That is the one thing we have seen in our study, that when there are storms and the flow rates are high and the water is turbid like it is right now, that means cloudy, that the concentrations of metal in the water are higher because the sediment that has settled to the bottom that has the metals has accumulated there on the bottom and is getting mixed up again in the water, and that will continue to happen. We'll continue to have additional metals being moved in the river, but we're not sure at what level or at what concentrations. But with the amounts we've seen right now, really the best recommendation we can give is to go ahead and continue farming if you feel comfortable doing so, and just not use the irrigation water when it's really, really cloudy or turbid. Thank you.
Alt is about to announce a codon killed negi. Jo yat ani hot an retla and died kidit. Tropet Benato Cholina Sanda. Doyadat Epi do Lelit o you a whole lot ani. Clechen ha geto. Chisbet hodok at a geto at the hollow. Adonana uranium had not about the hanne. Eshit a kona nil to joba haya yashi Adonana net nijol shogi a ani edi toy ed anid abiki test eat on. Adon le not dina hedazit at it another zibataut it or north an ideal kid. Jo a hulla Adona din hinachata. A cook adnel o a ya a jo a patahul now a deepa hat the lead, arsenic and other minerals. I see we yaha ut to ihotadolti. Pen so that joti no ipahuilne. A cot it quit ede bahozanjo ek addition yit any edihot abahuilne. Edihot ela ashe a kedi la codon hinana zitole. Next step.
So our next steps include 2 short-term projects and 1 long-term monitoring project. Basically, there was one question that was focused on the concern of arsenic coming into the river and if it's still dangerous or not dangerous. So basically there are different forms of arsenic, toxic form and non-toxic form. One of the projects that I'm working on is a student grant that I received from WRRI, Water Resources Research Institute of New Mexico, and that will answer the concentration of arsenic, whether it is toxic or not non-toxic to the plants that are taking those arsenic from the soil. Another project we are working on is with NRCS that is focusing on the X-ray fluorescence analysis of metal concentrations for the entire growing season of 2018 and 2019. And we are also working on a long-term monitoring project of the entire agricultural system, where the main focus is the analysis of soil, produce, and the leaf tissues for 2018, 2019, and 2019, 2020 growing seasons.
It Nasko Benata and Nisto Lelita Nanashils Esito, Nanashnezi Holone, a co Nanashnezge ya it did Twin Lini Abik Dest into Nan Seto and Renata because that Ada. In late Lieto and Reshi need only a kid that ancient. Is she New Mexico State University it out based by that I edible need only to know that I could on a call to she does it now has not a call. I think it's in the net or late rake and Aji el kid. 7 minutes it's the ready that message that lagi text la kodoni hit hard otze addition side doltra
text message igila, where do we get info tomorrow relate to water info? Because ako highlight out the dasal ka agi highlight out hilpehos and the topitet igi jo ska a Shiprock Chapter and de kredo the Shiprock Ag Days nhato ka last a the benago hajish adon le article lena article a din dasid ka agi bayat get dole aro aden hado ka aro the website Superfund University of Arizona Superfund research site a beshin sakesigi adelto di nalsos holo dasil ka agi e baka ahe
Aniden hilch at anigi shoshik eshet nan red laalgide keda not in happy rahon red Shiprock Chapter Troch gebesh sa an beschas anigi akwa a ad a di kodoya da hi a ad nana kha a si at ise ab na da not in of zet io ad ni na da dol neton da badol kitole it's can't be that Wednesday eta nast eda ol kilo a ad ilte le sna aj akut ela ko kodoshin la nejit nana zitole.
So there's a question, why is the water orange? So basically when the contaminants came into the river after the mine spill, it got oxidized. That means it got in several metal contaminants got in contact with oxygen and air, and because of this chemical reaction, the water turned into orange color. So basically, the contaminants was dominant into pyrites, which is one of the dominant iron mineral, which underwent and reactions like this. So that's why the water was orange.
Date ani the bahwishna tola hat ibna let's hosli jut ashin da idol kidigi jo ya it le besh bahal el dan lenit sapahal elda le he de nilch to hollon da ad khandel ade khan na dinch ol ye oxygen bisel tkhaslion chemical reaction ol ye gi tsa be yi tsui ako janal ingot onal ingot opa hat znal akon ay si bi salage dot IC TL ida jokot a pa ko ni zi kot ela asa kodot la naidol kidini ni jet ahanna dotsla.
We got another question, and this will be our last question. Is it okay or safe to fish the San Juan River and consume the fish? And based upon what we heard from Steve Austin from Navajo Nation, EPA, they have done fish studies where they looked at the catfish in the catfish in the river, and they did not find high levels of the metals in the fish. They found the levels of the metals in the fish to be the same as before the spill, with the exception of mercury, but the levels were still very low. So you should be able to fish if you did before the spill.
Needed that night, Kidige, so she does a dental deal. A court late San Juan River be so colonial art art at Nalka it Bonnet Sanjan Bisnia got Hajil Eldo and Hust Agila got just ego 8 down a baby. Juda no a kodot Juda has Hakoshila here shik the neck could a yaquat Kodona ki hail kijil hasil nay kodo in del netolil. Zda large Zdan Trago here which is ado lelishe ade Nikisanots andagi shik ashid net that was ade a call Sashin red How Jija Dashi Adot Asadots are the Dishita Elyazi when Shia Ecodo at Hash Nanekia Anin Sloshka Tobash Chin Hachin the Shichi Naki Nedashanale Nana Kodoshi thought Bishbe and Nedon Hilchida Atolil A Ahedabich Audition Danos Sango CHR Kodon Hilcha Atolip Bishbe and Negi.
Ich had die Madeline Begate Nadat, CHR Program Director, Bishbe Hanna Enki Eya 928-871-6782 928-871-6782. Ich had.
In UFA der Bishbe Hanna phone number da 88 1 minute Auntie.
Yeah, now the kin here how long a Bishbe Hanna and Hodolly 505-652-4563. Nana 505-652-4563. Or email gokingproject@gmail.com. I can't.
I can't nando leshik the ne. I don't da yadita beso pick There is Nashata in Nishijo in Reta, University of Arizona. I don't the 8 non funding source. AIC by Heta alone ebeta in Nish. Hesh Ajik a yindo, Gati Peso Bay, Holland Aya. Couldn't let it is J. Chibet Dodge in Yan the Chata. Oh, it open Yape dot a let open Yape on heated Ata. Couldn't saw Shin Hilta will net or lake a sheet Aya. Nareta KTNN in Jabanda need Atolil.
KTNN, Window Rock, Tohatchee, Standing Rock. KTNN, Window Rock, Tohatchee, St. Michael's.